Welcome back to the Galatasaray Show. Galatasaray just finished tying Rennes 3-3 at Rams Park in our next to last preparation match before the season gets going for real in 12 days. We're going to talk about the match, what the match means for the start of the season, and in my opinion, how that is going to affect our transfer plans. You're probably saying, what transfers? That's why I have a shirt that says Transfer in Their Day. If you like the show and want to help the show, these are available in our Galatasaray shop as our first ever thing we've made. So feel free to buy one if you want to. Thank you. So, plenty of empty seats in the stadium today. You can look at this one of a few ways, right? It's summertime. Most people are still on holiday. That's part of it. The Turkish economy, I'm just not going to pay money for a friendly match. I'll save my money for the season. Or fans that are upset that we haven't transferred anybody and just said, I'm not going to go because this game doesn't count and it's my way of protesting and not missing a real match. It's probably a little bit of all of that, I would assume. So this is a better test for Galatasaray. Rennes finished 6th in the French league last season. They're going to Europe this year. They've got Fofana on their team. They've got our old friend Frankowski on their team. They got a guy named Paul, who frankly I never heard of until he scored a hat trick on us today. So they seem like they're a pretty good opponent. So should have been a good matchup, a better test. And you saw it in the lineup today. Osimhen started, Yunus started, Torreira started, Abdul Karim. A lot of your Shalai, a lot of your normal starting players. Big Les started in the midfield. Sane started. So the people that were on the bench were, Jakobs was on the bench, but Aaron started. Barsh was on the bench. Davison Sanchez made an appearance. He's in the stadium, so apparently he is back. So he should join training after his extended vacation. But I can't say I blame him. He played almost every game we had last season except the one he was out with like a red card or yellow card accumulation. So he probably needed a rest. So Osimhen opens the scoring, 18th minute. Here it is. Sara corner. Beautiful goal. Again, I'm doing this too. Why? It's my preseason as well. I haven't done an actual game with game footage in a couple months. So I need my practice as well, right? So that was beautiful in the 18th minute. Then you speed forward. Sara scores after the ball goes around a little bit. The 48th minute. So at halftime, it's 2-1. The attack looks pretty good. I thought Yunus looked good. Osimhen looked really good. Sane looked good. We looked good in the attack. Torreira did. Big Les just seems slow. Going back to what Joe said about him. Tell me what you think. I was looking at Twitter during the game. I saw comments that he looked like they apparently didn't watch the episode, but they thought the same thing, that he looked like a slow type of player. So I'm afraid what Joe was saying is true, and this might not have been the best transfer. Second half started. You could tell we're getting closer to the season because the same team came out and played all the way to the 61st minute. But Paul, their forward, scored 2 quick goals in succession. Now, his first goal was the Urjan mistake, where here it is, sends the ball out and it comes out. It's preseason for Urjan too. His first game he's played since the World Cup, so we'll allow it. But then here is later, Abdul Karim mishandles the ball. They take it away from him, and boom, score. I know the Abdul Karim haters are going to come out saying he's too slow, he's too slow. But again, it's preseason. It's preseason. I'm not going to put too much into it. But if you look at it here, 2 of the 3 goals they scored were just our mistakes. So if you clean that up, the game wouldn't even be close. So at this point, we're losing again. Here comes Barsh. Here comes Jakobs in the 61st minute. Osimhen playing to the end. You got to love him. You got to love Osimhen. Gets the penalty, gives it to Barsh. Barsh scores this time, ties the game. So 3-3 at home. Again, you take out the 2 mistakes. We win 3-1. So what does this mean? What does this game mean? This means more than the last two games because this is a real team. It's at home. I'll tell you what I think it means. So Europe's transfer window closes on Tuesday, September the 1st. Turkey's transfer window closes on Friday, September the 4th. So what have we always tried to do in the past? We try to wait till Europe's window closes because now they can't transfer anybody. And people like Osimhen are left out in the cold. And then we swoop in and get them. Here's the problem with that this year. So the team you saw today, Osimhen and Sané and Jakobs and Urjan, Shalai, these guys, this team, basically the team we had last year, should be enough to handle Chorum at home, right? That should get us 3 points. Week 2, we go away to Erzurum, again, a newly promoted team, so we should be able to take care of that. Then we go to week 3. So by week 3, the transfer window is still not closed. It is still open. So we're home to Göztepe. So we're home. So we should win that game. So we're cool with 9 points. But then September 6th, we go away to Başakşehir. Now Başakşehir is no pushover. They're not Rennes, but they're no pushover either. So if you bring players in right there around the 3rd and the 4th, they're not going to play in that game. They're not. And so at this point now, our starters are playing all the time. Osimhen has no backup. He's playing every minute. If he's not, Barish is, and so Yunus is. And so that's not a good equation. Well, so now you go to the next week. So now the window is officially closed, but you've only had the players for 2 days. Now you've had them for 9 days, and we're playing Kocaelispor at home, who we could not beat last year. Don't know if that's going to continue, but I'd like to have everybody I could for Kocaelispor. And then the big one on the weekend around September 20th, 19. So now the 19th, we're 2 weeks past the transfer window. So now we've had these players for 2 weeks. We're going to need them because we're away to Trabzon. We had trouble with Trabzon last year. Trabzon was good. They've made lots of transfers. They're hard to beat at home. And so the saying is, you don't win the championship in September, but you can lose this championship in September. And so I don't think we can wait till Europe's window closes on the 1st to start transferring these players. They're just not going to be ready by Başakşehir, Kocaelispor, and barely ready by Trabzonspor. And if you drop 3 points, 4 points, 6 points, 2 points, whatever it is, you don't want to be behind. You want to be leader Galatasaray. You don't want to be behind Galatasaray. So that's why we can't wait till this date. We need to go back now to August. We have a whole month left to make transfers, get them into camp, let them train. I know we're working on big transfers. I hear it. I trust you. I don't think you're going to not transfer people with a team qualified for the Champions League. I'm not that. I just can't. My mind can't grasp it that would be what we're doing. But please don't wait until September 1st to start bringing these people because they can't help us in the league. Remember back a couple years ago, we got rid of Gomez and brought him back, and he scored like 3 or 4 game-winning goals in September. We don't have a Gomez. We haven't signed anybody like that can help us. And I love Osimhen, but he plays hard all the time. Do you really want him playing like 95 minutes against Çorum, Erzurum, Göztepe, Başakşehir, Kocaelispor before we get him help going into Trabzon? I don't. Because we cannot, there's no Icardi back there. We cannot afford an injured Osimhen right now. And around September 20th, that's getting into our first Champions League game as well. We don't want a repeat of that Eintracht Frankfurt nonsense. We don't want to play from behind this season. We want to play ahead. So I know if you're watching this that you've got to agree with me that we've got to get these. We can't wait. The clock literally is ticking for us to bring these players in, not only for the fans, but if you're on this team, if you're Victor Osimhen, you're looking around going, where's my backup? Like, Sara played well today. I'll admit that Sara played well. But where's my playmaking midfielder we're supposed to bring in? I don't see one. Is Arda Unai who's going to back up Davison Sanchez and Abdul Karim? Because that's who came in today. So, yeah, there's lots of questions. And right now there's no answers. If I'm on this team, a player on this team, I'm probably questioning the leadership's commitment about what we're doing, because I just don't see the help arriving. And they're not blind. Torreira's not an idiot. Torreira can look over at Big Les and see how fast or not fast that he's running and what kind of effort he's capable of putting in. He knows that. And so if he sees it's not going to work, what do you think that does for his mentality? What do you think Lamina's thinking? This is the guy they replaced me with? We've got to do better for the team. Not just for the fans, but for the team itself, so they've got the confidence and they believe that management is behind them going into this season, going for 5 straight and bigger things we're trying to accomplish in the Champions League. I don't want to take away from this game. The fight and the character was there. But there was also mistakes in the game, and we know tougher opponents are coming. And we know we don't have the depth on this team to overcome so many games that we're going to play. So that's just why we need to get the transfers done sooner than later. So please comment on the video, share it if you can, if you enjoy it. Tell me what you think. Am I crazy for believing? I hope not. And I also want to thank my wife and friends. We had a get-together last night, and they surprised me with a wonderful little cake. It was the Galatasaray show's 1-year anniversary this weekend. So we're now 1 year old. Beer yield. And so thanks for everybody that's supported the show and ever watched an episode or liked one, retweeted something, followed us on Instagram. Whatever you've done, I really appreciate it. I never thought the show would be where it was today, a year ago, when the first episode aired. So thank you, everybody, and Hadi, Imbuk, Jimbom.